call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens across the border. Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the whole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety. You boys ain't show the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me Todd Gurley, hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The ground, this is Joe Mixon, and this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The Bengal ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 36-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
At the 26-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Number 86.
The Bengals on a roll now. It's another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Cincinnati.
Joe Mixon. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Will Lutz on for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
7. Steelers, nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Wilson on 1st down. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, he'll drop this one down to Mixon. 7 yards there and a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Stafford on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Bengals drive about to get going. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And some space here. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Stafford on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Mixon on the carry.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And the Bengals first down.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
To Joe Mixon.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's Stafford. He finds his running back, Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Throwing again is Stafford. Going deep downfield for Ross. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A second quarter score from L.A. The Jets out to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll run with Mixon, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. McFarland running out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Running with McFarland. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Steelers.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
7-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Operating from the gun, Wilson got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Zero after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, 54. 54.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? And a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. First down, they'll start with McFarland. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brought down at the
just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And 1.
On the ground, it's McFarland. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They'll run here with McFarland. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
McFarland.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Wilson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Sliding out of the pocket, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Anthony McFarland, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
55, 55. Hey, eat. Crunch the defense. Switch, 22. Alert! Hey, easy. All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Wilson's pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Wilson operating from the gun and going deep downfield for Boykin. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Miles Boykin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Steelers 31. Bengals 7.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his
pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
McFarland, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Anthony McFarland, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the interception by the Steeler Dean leads to a touchdown.
For the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Steelers 38, Bengals 7.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Chandler Catanzaro lining up for the extra point.
And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Stafford here, coming off his pick six. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Here I come! Wide, get wide! 21! Watch safety creeping! Safety's creeping! Check it out, Reed! Watch out!
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Back now in Pittsburgh, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 36, Wilson. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Third and long, it's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted, and it's a fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On first down, McFarland.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
We got it. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
They'll run with McFarland.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
Let's go.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
On 2nd down, McFarland.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right there, 54.
Here's McFarland.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ball carrier.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
And his throw is incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Here's Wilson. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught inside the 25.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
At the 21-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
McFarland once more.
He juked him. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? That's what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wilson flushed out under pressure again, and down he goes again. Arik Armstead make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
14-yard line.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now a run with McFarland. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
The ball carrier.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Steelers send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory.
final score.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.